The use of audio plugins is in no way limited to the studio, and they have also become essential in live performances. I'll show you how you can use your HOFA plugins in your next live mix. And if you're interested in live sound engineering, recording, mixing and mastering, check out the online courses at HOFA-College. Let's get started. In live sound, the workflow is mostly digital these days. Where large side racks were once necessary to integrate the most essential effects such as compressors, gates or reverb units, everything is now available in a fairly compact format. I have a quite common digital console with me here, the Allen & Heath SQ5. It offers standard features such as complete channel strips for all channels, flexible routing and 8 FX engines for reverb, delay, de-esser and other effects. That is quite a lot. But what if it's not enough? This is where plugins come in handy. Solutions via servers such as Wave SoundGrid are primarily used for this purpose. However, these are quite expensive and require an expansion card for the console in order to integrate the servers. The advantage is that these systems run rather stable and relatively latency-free and can handle a high computing load. As a cheaper alternative, plugins can also be integrated via USB. All we need is a laptop and a software designed for live use, such as Wave Super Rack Performer or Audiostrom Live Professor, which is what we'll be using today. With this method, we must keep in mind that signal transmission via USB is considerably slower than via network, which causes latency. In addition, there are many plugins that generate high latency on their own and are therefore not ideal for live use. On the other hand, many plugins, including some of the HOFA plugins, offer a no latency or live mode to avoid additional delays. The software initially opens with an empty chains window. Here we can create our effect chains and assign the appropriate plugins to them. On the left, we can define our inputs and outputs in the audio section. The software offers way more options, but in this video we will limit ourselves to the chains window. Before we take a look at the routing for the plugins in the next step, we would like to discuss the internal output routing of the console. In this case, we are using the matrix instead of the main out as a hardware input. We will see why this is important later in the video. The easiest part is to connect the console to the laptop via USB-B cable. The next step is to define the sends and returns of the insert effects on the console. This is quite simple on the SQ5. You want to take your live and studio productions to the next level? With the HOFA Audio Diploma online course in sound engineering and music production, you'll gain all the knowledge and practical experience you need to make your productions a success. Find out more at HOFA-College.com. Let's see how we can use our HOFA plugins in the mix. We'll use the HOFA IQ-EQ for this snare as an example. To do this, we select the HOFA IQ-EQ in Live Professor and then choose the latency-free live mode in the online oversampling menu. Now we can use all the functions of the IQ-EQ in our live mix without latency. As another example, we would like to demonstrate the use of the HOFA IQ-Reverb. This example makes clear why we used the matrix for our hardware output instead of the main output. We want to use the reverb as an insert on one of the aux paths, but these cannot be routed back to the main out. Routing to the matrix is possible, however, so we can use the reverb as a fifth send effect. As you can see, integrating your HOFA plugins into a live mix is not very complicated. And you can transfer your usual workflow from your DAW into a digital mixing console. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel for more audio engineering tips and find out more about our online courses at HOFA-College.com. Until then, see ya!